Good evening. Lights, camera, action. I am here. I'm going live on Instagram right now, so you are now live. It's like a double of a double. All right, everyone. Let me set up the camera. Just trying something different. I try to see if the quality is different, which we know it is, with the iPhone if you face it this way. So it'll give a different quality look. I'm gonna turn. It's good. Perfect. Is that good? I think that's good. I think that's good. All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I am Allison, your yoga teacher. Good evening. I am with Sunflower Collective Outdoors. That is my YouTube page name. And my yoga is Sunflower Collective Yoga. So thank you for joining. It's like we're all hanging out together. That's how it's like. We're going to practice a take it easy, but let's get moving type of flow this evening. And I was thinking of that because today is April 25th. And I just feel like today is just, I don't know. Is anyone else like a fuse? I feel like I'm a fuse, but with that energy, that means that you need to ground. And I want to walk around outside with no shoes on. That's probably not going to happen right now because we're indoors. But we're going to take our time to center and wake up to where we are. So we're going to start standing. And I'd like you to just take your hands on top of your chest, or you can take your hands to heart center. And let's practice breathing. Because throughout the whole practice, we are breathing. Our breath is this one of the strongest parts of our body when we're practicing, because without that breath, we would not be flowing. So we're going to start off standing, feet wide, hands on top of your chest, or you can have hands heart center. Let's breathe in through our nose. Release out your mouth. Again, breathe in. Out. This time, breathe in. Release through your nose. And let's do a couple of those. So just get into the rhythm. Your eyes can be closed or open. I'll be right back. Closed or open, breathing. Two more breaths with your eyes closed. Two more breaths. One more breath. And hands to heart center as your chin looks up. And bring your chin back down. Nice. Let's take our left hand and take our left hand up. Our right hand can go down. Of course, I have a short ceiling right here when I'm doing this. So you're going to take that left hand and we're just going to reach it over. That palm is facing down. Right hand is sliding down the right leg. We're still breathing. Our eyes can be looking up. We are standing straight. Elongate through that arm that is bent. Stretch through those fingers on the right side. One more. And come all the way on up. Beautiful. And switch. Left arm nice and long. Right arm up. And bend that on over. Ground those legs. And release, come back up. Beautiful. Take both those arms on out. And nice wide arms. Wiggle those fingers. And move those hips because I'm adding in some movement. And you can step your leg out and you can just move side to side. I'm just adding in some movement because you can just go ahead and just be a little free right here. Because what did I say this class is at the beginning? It's tough with the taste of dash, and I don't think that's how I said it at all, but it'll come back to me during class. And then come back to center right there. Beautiful. Let's come onto all fours. So come on down onto all fours. And let's do our cat-cow. So your hands are grounded into the mat. Chin looks up. Reverse. Yes, cat-cow. Go ahead and get that movement on right here. It always feels good to get on here and flow with y'all. I just want you to know that. And you never know how much exercise, yoga, discipline really affects you when you get into a routine. So do take your time to figure out what you like, but consistency is number one. Two more right here. One more. And come to neutral. I think it was tough with the dash of, I don't know. I'm trying to remember the title. I am like good at thinking of stuff, but like recalling it, like good thing this is recorded. You asked me to relay some of the stuff I say. Sometimes I'm not able to. Take that right leg back and lift it into the air. That hip is pointing down. That foot is pointing down. And let's take that left arm out. Elongate through that heel. Reach to those fingers. Point that hip down. Nice. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And let's reach around and grab that ankle. Nice. Eyes are looking down. Good. And release. Hand down. Knee down. Beautiful. Let's take that left foot out. And lift, and that right hand out. Remember that hips pointing down. Nice. Pull through those opposite sides. Lift. Push, push, push. And go ahead and grab that ankle. Nice. Release. Arm out and foot down. Release. Nice. Go ahead and wag it on out. And let's go back into child's pose. Push back into child's pose. Because we're tough, but a little bit of sweet. I think that's what it was. Because we're tough, but you don't have to be tough all the time. Like, soft. We want that soft era, but we also want to work hard. Because nothing comes easy. Keep breathing. And come on to all fours. And let's go into downward dog. And right here in your down dog, you can pedal it out. You can move your heels side to side. Whatever feels good for you. Go ahead and take that movement. I'm going to adjust because I can tell you can't always see me. Yes, get that movement in wherever you're at right there. Keep going. A couple more breaths. I think that's better. One more breath. And come to stillness. Hello, Paul. Come to stillness. And in stillness, go ahead and bend your knees. And we're going to step or hop forward. We get to the top of the mat. Bend your knees. And rise all the way on up. Beautiful. Let's take our hands to heart center. Let's do a lion's breath right here. Breathe in. And release the tongue out. And release. Nice. 2 more times. Breathe in. And release out. 1 more. Breathe in. And release out. Nice. Let's take our arms up. And fold. Up halfway. Fold, step back, vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And you can be stillness, 3-legged dog. If you want some movement here, if you don't want any movement, do what feels good. Bend your knees if you need to. Keep going. Come back to stillness. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Come up halfway. Fold. Rise all the way on up. Arms all the way on up. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Let's keep that movement going. The top of the mat. Hands come all the way on up. And fold. Up halfway. And fold. Step back, vinyasa. Step back, jump back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths right here. Bend your knees. You can do the opposite side if you lifted a leg. Release those shoulders. Spread those fingers. Keep going. One more breath. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Come up halfway. Fold. And rise all the way on up. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Again, arms going up. Fold. Up halfway. Fold, step back, jump back, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Remember, every time you're in those down dogs, that is an opportunity for you to do any of the variations, especially if you join my classes or listen to my class, or you just have a practice and you know how to add in. Remember, this is your practice. I'm just guiding you here, and I appreciate you joining. Like and subscribe to the page if you haven't. Share with a friend. I schedule the lives. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths right here. I stream live on Instagram and YouTube at the same time. So, you can catch me on both places. And last breath. Come back to stillness. Back to stillness. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Come up halfway. Fold. Rise all the way on up. And hands to heart center. Beautiful. We're going to do our Sun B next. And when you join my classes, I do some routine, and that's to help build that repetition of this practice. So repetition. All right, top of the mat. Arms going up. Maybe get a little back bend right there. Chair pose. Remember, your chair can be at any height. Fold. Up halfway. Fold, step back, jump back, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward, warrior 1. Arms going up. And hands come on down. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side, warrior 1. And hands going down, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths right here. How about we practice some frog jumps right here? So frog jumps. Bend your knees. And you're going to jump, literally. The goal is to get your hips over your hands. I am not 100% there, but I do frog jump. You can clap your heels together. 2 more. Beautiful. Come back to down dog. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Up halfway. Fold. Chair pose. And stand all the way on up. Beautiful. That those frog poses. It'll get the heart rate up. At the top of the mat, take your arms on up and fold. Up halfway. Fold. And you can do crow pose right here, or you can do Molassa squat. I'm going to do Molassa squat, but place to practice your yoga, your crow pose. And go. I feel like today has been a lesson in the days and just learning to reread myself and why am I overreacting? There's no reason to. So take time, recalibrate, recalibrate, recalibrate. Okay. 1 more breath. And step back, jump back, vinyasa. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's take our right leg, right knee forward, right leg. Bring your left knee down. You're going to take your right hand on top of your right knee. We're just bending into it. Release those shoulders. Let's take those hands down on the side, framing it out. Nice. If you want to come on down to your elbows, you're more than welcome to. Keep breathing. And we're just going to go on back. So now it's a half split. Half split, or even if you do practice full split, you can practice full split right here. If you'd like to, you can move back and forth. But stillness is totally fine. And release, bring that leg back. And you can vinyasa. So do a little low vinyasa. So down on your knees, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog, or child's pose. And come on up. And let's take that left leg forward. Nice. And you can just lean into it. Hands on top of the knee. Nice. Hands can come down on the side. If you'd like to, you can come all the way down on your elbows right here. Nice. And go ahead and do your half split right here. And if you'd like to, you can move into a full split, whatever is in your practice. And come back to neutral. And step that left knee back. And go ahead into a low vinyasa. Child's pose. And come on up. Nice job. Let's come onto our back. Let's come onto our back. Trying to see. So on our back, we are going to take our, which way looks better? That looks good. Okay. Trying to make sure you can see my head. So as we're on our back, let's take our knees in. You can just wrap your hands around your knees, move side to side. Nice. You can kind of go in a little circle. And if you're going in a circle, reverse. And come back to stillness. Nice. Let's take our legs on up. Nice. Fingers reaching for our toes. Nice. And you can put your hands behind your head. And lower your right. Left is up. And then you could switch. So opposite elbow to kneecap. Keep breathing. Go at your pace. Maybe you want to speed it up. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring your knees in. Nice. Let's grab our toes. So both your fingers, well, you can grab the bottom of your feet, or you can grab your fingers can grab your big toes. Maybe you want to press out right here. Press to that heel. Nice. Remember, if something doesn't feel comfortable whenever, please do stop it. Want everyone to be safe in class. And if you have any suggestions or there's something that you're like, oh, I want to try this in class, you can always leave it in the chat. You can message me on Instagram. You can write the email. I put the information in the description box after class. So you can always check back there so you can get my info. You can get a hold of me. And I would appreciate it because I want to know. I want to know. Nice. Bring your knees in and put your feet down. Let's do some bridge action right here. So your hands are down to the side. You can bring them closer to your heels if you'd like, or your heels closer to your bum, fingers close to your heel. And go ahead and press up into bridge. Roll your shoulders under, kind of scooching them under. Breathe. One more. Release it down. Nice. And we're going to lift on up into bridge again. Maybe if you want to lift into wheel, you are more than welcome to lift into wheel. And when you're ready, go ahead up, bridge or wheel. And release down. We're going to do one more. And go on up. And release. Nice job. Let's release our heels down together so bottoms of your feet are together. This is either comfortable or not. You can put your hands on your thighs or wherever they go and give it a little extra, like just a slight touch. Nice. And bring your knees on up. Perfect. Let's do legs up the wall. So if you have some nice space where you are, you can do legs up the wall, which I love. It's an inversion and it's a great way to get that blood flowing. So scooch up as close as you can to the wall that's closest to you. If you have a wall close, if not, you can always put your legs up in the center of the room. If you have a block, you can sit on the block and breathe. Your hands can be on your heart center, or it can be opposite. And go ahead and you can come back down, or maybe you want to keep your legs at the wall. We're going to move into frog pose. So come on down. Nice. We're going to come into frog pose. So frog pose, your feet are kind of pointing, not kind of, they are. They're pointing in the opposite direction, and I'm going to show y'all from this direction, from the back, so you can see. So heels like this, down on your knees, and then come down on your elbows. And either lean back or forward, wherever feels more comfortable. Well, this isn't not supposed to be like just a comfortable pose, you know. You should be pushing yourself a little more each time. A little more each time. And go ahead into your frog pose. And you can release by going forward, or you can go back. or however you can get out of it. You can stay a little longer if you'd like to. Nice. And go ahead and you can roll like a ball. And go ahead and you can do a vinyasa. Roll like a ball and vinyasa. When you get to down dog, you can come back onto all fours. And we're going to thread the needle. So on all fours, lift that right arm and thread it on through. That hand is facing up. Left hand can stay where it's at, or it can wrap around like it's grabbing for that pocket. And take that hand on up. Hand down. Take that arm up. Take those hands back down. Nice. And let's take the left arm up. Thread it on through. Right hand comes around. And release that arm. Take it back down. Take that arm back up. And hands to center. Nice. And you can vinyasa if you would like to. Vinyasa. We are coming to closer to the end of our practice. Vinyasa. And when you finish your vinyasa, you can have you can move into your legs up the wall. You can do it's time for you can do your inversion. You can do a headstand, or if that's in your practice, tripod. And even if you want to just practice, and practicing just looks like just moving into some position. And I'll show tripod. So for tripod, and you're not dumping, and again, only do the inversions if you feel comfortable. You don't have a teacher, aka me, there holding you up. So only if you're comfortable. I like using the wall, but again, you still need to be comfortable to use the wall. So watching is always an option. I used to teach swim lessons, and I used to always say, watch YouTube videos of like swimming, and it'll help train your brain. So that is what I'm telling you to do until you can get with someone that can help you safely practice. So just remember that. So in tripod, your hands are close by your head. You go on top of your head, and then you have like a little shelf, like your elbows. And then you bring your knees up. There's tripod. And then maybe you can bring your legs all the way up. But just bringing your legs onto your elbows, that's tripod. So that's where you're trying to get right here. So just coming onto your head and putting your knees on top of your elbows is where you should be practicing. Maybe one works better than the other, and it'll take time to get both knees up. So take some time right there. I'll show myself again doing it. Let me turn this way. And my hands could be closer together. My feet are flexed. Elbows. This is really where you want. Lifting your legs is like whatever. But when you got it, you got it. A couple more breaths right there. And when you're ready, come back down to the ground. Both hands out, legs long. Let's take our right leg and cross it over the body. You can bend it. Press that all the way over. That other arm's long or bent like a goalpost. And come back to center and switch sides. And come back to center. Bring your knees in. And Shavasana. Take those legs out long, arms out wide. Shavasana. keep our eyes closed. We'll roll to the comfortable side of your body. Roll to the comfortable side of your body. As you move yourself into your comfortable side, I then want you to take your time in sitting up. You can keep your eyes closed, but when you're ready, you can come and sit in a comfortable position. As we end class, I want to thank you for showing up for yourself, showing up to class. I appreciate the support of everyone that shows up, leaves me a comment, tells me anything. Our affirmations this evening: I am grateful for this blue-green planet and I treat it with honor and respect. I'm aware of the results of my actions. I think and act with global consciousness. It's just Earth Day. Creativity flows through me. I can see things that others seem to miss. My imagination is key to my success. I have great vision and perspective. Never downplay yourself, everyone. I really appreciate you joining. And before I finish, I got this Black History flashcards deck at my local bin store. So I sent this on Instagram that I was going to pull a card from here. So what better way to end than with a card? So I'm just gonna, dang, they're already flipping over. Cards, I love decks. I really want to, I'm getting more into decks. So, you'll see some different ones down the line. And today is April 25th, 2023. So, what do we have? Ooh, these are real cards. Oh, tie to B2. I probably said that incorrect. Empress of Ethiopia and wife of Menelik II, was educated and spoke more than one language, which was rare for women of her time. Co-equal with the emperor, a military strategist who persuaded her husband to declare war against Italy at the Battle of Ottawa, bravely commanded both men and women on the battlefield and fought on the front lines, governed Ethiopia after the emperor suffered a stroke and was no longer able to rule. What's up? We're just going to do one. Thank you guys so much for joining tonight. I hope you have a great evening. Happy Earth Day. And whatever Earth Day means to you, please take care of the planet. It is only us. And we have to take care of it for future generations. Everyone have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining.